morning glory. I told you, I keep saying Benny Hogarth, he's the most unheralded personality in rugby league. He is.
I know, but don't tell him.
But he is.
Don't tell Hogarth.
He is.
No.
He is. Matthew Johns, good afternoon.
Sugar, hello Fletch, hello tourist, and hello sweet Keith. Keith, just be safe in the knowledge I won't be polishing you, okay?
There's a shop down the road that'll do that for you. The trophy joint.
Oh, is that the place you went to the other night?
The trophy joint. No, that's fine.
Oh, we're going on a little bit of a crawl.
What?
The crawl with the neon sign.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, hashtag foot massage.
No, that's legit down there.
Matthew, anything for our man, Courage Keith?
Oh, Keith, I'd say, mate, just get straight on the front foot. When the boys ask you, mate, one thing about radio, 1 second of dead air feels like you could drive a truck through it. So, mate, get right up on the bit and just back yourself, son.
I wonder why you talk so much, Matty.
Keith, any advice for Matthew?
I don't have much advice. Nothing much I could teach him.
Keith,
he knows a lot.
Off air, Keith,
he knows a lot.
I like Keith. He sort of loiters around.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I didn't know you were IT, Keith. I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were just some bloke who stumbled off the street.
You thought I was the cleaner, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, we know the cleaner. The cleaner's mint.
Led the Cox Plate 1 year.
Yeah, see you, Keith. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, Keith,
you've
been
have
hooked.
a good show, guys.
When he says see you,
thanks,
Keith, you've been hooked because you come up with nothing.
That's better.
How are you, Matthew?
Keith. Hey, Joel, Fletch, I'm pumped.
Yeah, good.
Mate, I'm standing here at the moment. I've got a Blues bomber jacket on. As you know, I'm not the most passionate when it comes to, like, the Blues. Maybe that. Oh, look, I'm a Blues man, but, I'm not one of those guys that, sort of is a massive flag waver.
Yeah.
I just like a good game of football.
Yeah,
but I got
I'm
it
with you.
on. I tell you, Madge has lit the fuse.
Yeah.
The Glass Houses comment.
Yep.
Geez, I love it.
Now,
I
Matthew,
love
you're number 188. We went through our Origin numbers the other night. No, sorry, you're 138.
38.
138 or
What are you, Brian?
I'm 149.
Oh.
So we're getting behind it. Sugar was Queensland praising. Now, last time
Mate,
in this studio, Queensland praising went on. It was Matthew
Listen.
and Joey. They don't talk to each other.
I was number 128 of the New South Wales Catholic colleges until we played an internal trial against Parramatta Maris, and the front row against us carved us up, and I was playing a year up, and that front row was Michael Vella, and somehow they rorted me out of the team, and Michael Vella made the CCC team.
As a winger.
Always.
I played 51.4% at fullback, Brian.
You're starting to sound like Rat.
Yeah.
You're starting to sound like Rat.
They were always strong, Parramatta Maris.
Yeah.
The year that we were at Commonwealth Bank Cup, we got knocked
calling me a
out
winger.
both years by what's it, Benny's school, Holy Cross Ride,
Yes.
and Parramatta Maris won. They were monsters. Massive team.
Wasn't St Greg's the Grouse too?
They were the Michael.
In that
It
era?
was the big ones were St Greg's, Campbelltown, Fairfield Pats, Parramatta Marist.
What about
Holy
Patrician Brothers
Cross.
Fairfield?
No? Yes, yeah. They were strong. They were very, very strong as well. Sort of sides used to sort of dip and go. St Eddie's at Canberra was strong for a little stint there in the schoolboy rugby league. We always did pretty good. Morris Brothers Maitland, not for a huge school. I think 2 years in a row. We got to the semis.
Oh wow!
Both times we had a draw with Holy Cross Ride, and they beat us on penalties. They gave away fuel penalties and they went through.
Matty, I've told this story a billion times, right? So what they do, they get the bus down from Gold Coast, and they come through Port Macquarie, Coffs Harbour. They picked up at what was the Catholic school at Maitland or?
Yeah, that was Maitland Morris Brothers, or All Saints.
Yeah, All Saints, I think it was. And this young kid gets on, Owen Craigie, in the under 15, so he's playing for our team, and we're thinking, we're a decent chance. A bloke falls sick, and we had to stop every 10 minutes. He's vomiting up on the side. So the coach of the open side said, can we pinch him to play opens? And, well, you know the story. Owen makes the open New South Wales side / Australian side.
Yeah, that was out of Gateshead High.
Gateshead, that's it.
Gateshead High. Now, Gateshead High.
Yep.
So what happened, he was in year 10 at one point. What about this for a story? And we had a lot of injuries. We were playing the Broncos on the Sunday. On the Friday, Owen Craigie came to the principal's office, went there, and he said, mate, get your stuff, head to night's training. You're in first grade this week against the Broncos. He was 16.
16?
Yeah.
16. Yep, him and Adam Ritson, I think, were the youngest to debut. I think Ritson was 16 and 9 months.
Matty, there's a kid right now who I won't name him because it's, but it is unprecedented. So Brad Fittler, of course, Owen Craigie. There's a kid who's under 13s who's just made the under 15s New South Wales side. I've never heard of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
An under 13s kid has made an under 15s New South Wales side.
Is this kid a front rower?
He may be a front rower,
Yes,
and he's also a rep
I've-
basketballer, and he's a wonderful kid from a wonderful
Yeah.
family.
Right.
I've heard
Yeah.
I've heard of that kid coming
Yeah.
through. But boys, can I? Is it just we've spoken about this a couple of times? My God, Billy's irritated at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Mate, he's on the bit. Last night on 360,
Yep.
he just went heavy at Reedy.
Did he?
And Reedy's a Queenslander.
Yeah.
Reedy asked him about the glass houses comment.
Oh,
Hey,
And,
Matthew, we've got the audio. So
I
John
love
lit the
it.
fuse today. He was asked about the comments about Reece Walsh in the lead up to Origin 1. He said that, and the response since that to Joe and Joe taking out Reece Walsh, and he's basically accused Queenslanders of living in glass houses. A lot of people have taken that as a bit of a shot against you. How do you respond to that?
What comments?
The
Are they
comments
from me? The comments from me?
The comments from you after the game. I think people have taken what Madge has said about people living in glass houses and taken that as maybe a shot at you, and your comments after the game, which I think
Well-
you had to go at New South Wales about targeting Reece Walsh.
Nah, I purposely didn't comment on that incident if you listened to the press
Oh,
conference.
sorry, it was after. Sorry, I think you spoke later, didn't you? You made some comments on maybe the footy show or something like that. No.
Nah, you might need to go and check my comments.
Oh, this is good. Queensland's turning on each other.
So I reckon this has been Madge's ploy, I reckon.
Yep.
I think he coached Billy for a couple of years as an assistant coach at Melbourne. He knows Billy very well, and I think he's seen that Billy's irritated. I think he's just thrown one out there.
Oh, it's awesome. Bring back.
Mate, it is really, really good.
And he's got. What about his mate? What about his other Queensland mate? We know him as GT. Gorden Tallis.
Oh, yeah.
This is Gordon's quote on NRL 360. No player was targeted more than Billy Slater. I played against Madge. No one even knew he was on the field.
did he?
Well, guess what, Gordon? We've done a little bit of research. Gordon, you never played against Madge.
Never played. When he said that last night, I thought I don't think Gordon played against Madge.
Nope. Well, he hasn't.
Mate, we've got him on the back foot.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're making stuff up. We've got him. This series, these next two games are going to be our crowning glory.
Yeah,
I'll
I can't
take
wait.
five.
Hey, gentlemen, I need advice. So a lot of people around my way who believe that Cronulla may be a team in the Vegas allotment,
Yeah,
and they're saying if we do it, must you do it, firstly?
of course.
Secondly, the fan day in Old Vegas.
Yeah, that's pretty heckos.
Have to be there?
Yeah.
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 Unbelievable.
So if you're a Sharks fan, you've got to be there.
If you're any fan, if you're a Penrith fan, but can I just, it's great Vegas,
Yeah.
but there's direct flights. Now bring it in close. I'm going to whisper. There's direct flights. There's direct flights from Mexico straight to Vegas.
Really?
Cabo San Lucas.
Oh.
So you fly straight to Cabo, have 3 or 4 days there, then go to Vegas.
Is Cabo's downtown Safeville?
Yeah, Cabo's good as
Yeah.
gold.
Okay.
Good as gold. So that's what, if you're out there thinking about doing, that would be my
Bears
itinerary.
Head tour.
Yeah, Vegas is good, but it
So,
just sort of gets old.
how far is Cabo to Tulum? Was it the other side
It's
of
the other
Mexico?
side. Yeah, we're more on the Baja Peninsula.
Tony Delahaye. Yeah.
Remember when poor old bloody Tony Carroll got in, didn't he?
Oh, it was a beauty.
Oh, it was a beauty.
Yeah, so it's down
Because
that.
Tulum, you want to hear a fun fact? Tulum was ground zero for the dinosaurs.
What?
That was it. That was where
Hang on.
the giant meteor penetrated the Earth 20 miles into the Earth at Tulum, which sent plumes of smoke everywhere.
Wow.
Yes.
You know what?
You like that, boys?
I do like that.
Mate, do I like it? Listener, there is no better, and it's starting to shit me, actually, Brian.
Yeah.
It's starting to shit me. I love him, but it's starting to shit me.
What?
This man's recall,
Yeah, mate.
it is
Total.
it is just shit me.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Anyway,
He-
2 weeks.
What he likes to do, you know how Matthew. Now this is I'm pulling back the curtain here. you know how Matthew has, well, he's admitted this, that he likes going into car parks and eating out of a service station.
Yeah, of course.
Having
Yes.
the peri-peri roll.
Yeah.
Well, what's he doing before that? He's in the Brasco in there. Because when you go into Brasco, there's all sorts of graffiti and all sorts of people. That's where he gets all his info from.
Does he?
Yep.
He goes
True.
to. He's a mad Brasco crawler.
Well, you know what? There's a show at the moment which is led by graffiti. Eric.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the top 3 Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
MJ, I got,
Have you seen it, Brian?
no, I haven't.
Oh,
but
mate.
MJ, I've got something for you.
Yeah, go on.
This is, we were talking about this not long ago. So my mate rang me up and he played a song. And it wasn't a song, it was a video game.
Candy?
No, it was he's found Hyperolympics.
It better not be Vendetta.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
Yeah. We were talking about this the other day with the Orchie bottle.
Yep. And the Kodak canister you used to put in your fingers because you had to get the
On the
double,
Malcolms.
you had to get the double buttons.
Yeah.
That was awesome. There were so many techniques. There was the piano technique, like you're playing the piano,
Yes.
like the strum.
Yeah.
There was the Orchie bottle.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a great game.
What a great game.
What was the 100 metre was okay, mate. I was a master of the long jump.
Yes.
I loved the long
'Cause
jump.
That was all about so you had to go and then get it on the right time.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's many games. Now, Matthew, we also, I don't know if you're at the office.
They're
last
missing out,
week.
these kids, aren't they?
There's a game.
Oh, yeah.
There was a game that Hindy brought to my attention.
Really?
Now, this is the audio. It is called Vendetta, and it is a Japanese game. Now, listen to this. Listen. Now, listener, if you're at home or you're in front of a computer,
What's the premise of Eddie?
Okay, it's like a zombie game. Like a zombie game, but they're not zombies. They're
What's the premise of Tanya?
the premise is
Tanya's
it's,
eye.
it's a bit like a zombie game. You're all in the streets, but you get attacked from everywhere, from men dressed in leather with beards, hairy backs, and nipple rings.
Young men.
big bears.
Bears. But when they get hold of you, they basically gyrate on your leg.
Do they?
And they kill you
Really?
by
Really? By cuddling?
Yeah, but they get you on the
Gyrated to
ground.
death.
They get you on the ground.
Killed by cuddle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not cuddling. It is. You
Heavy.
need to look at it, listener.
Mate.
It's
Tanya
Japanese.
Zayeda.
It's a Japanese thing. It's
Tanya Zayeda, Mark Beretta, and Eddie Vedder.
you get porked to death. Basically.
What about Leisure Suit Larry? Remember him?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, I
Remember
do.
that game?
Yes,
Old
I
Leisure
do.
Suit.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, on the Lilac Leather Lounge. It was that was a bit, but mate, there's a lot of those little hidden meanings hidden away in kids' shows. It's like the He-Man, Fletch. You spoke about Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty heavy.
Of course, it's heavy. If
I'll
you've got a
tell you
mate,
it's heavy.
if you've got a mate called Ram Man and Fisto, far out. You're telling me you're not.
Can I talk about something heavy? And I didn't mean to do this live on air.
Yep.
But I want, on a Thursday or a Tuesday, ideally a Tuesday, because true crime,
Yep.
I want Matty Johns to come into this studio to talk half rugby league, half life, and half
A relative.
Gary
Relative.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
True Crime Tuesday. Can we make that happen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a little bit. I've got to be a little bit guarded on it. I'll have to run it past the family.
Yeah,
first.
Okay. Hold
Run
fort.
it
Hold.
Let's talk about Origin, Matthew. We haven't spoken to you since the team.
Why did you say that?
Was named?
Because the dictator's into us.
No, it's time for
the
Origin.
tourist
We
said,
want
let's
to
get on
we want
Origin.
to get Matthew's opinion.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about Queensland. Are you reading anything into the Selwyn Cobbo? Do you think, A, he might have played up in camp, game one, B, he is legitimately injured, or C, Billy's losing his mind?
I think Billy's just seen some shortcomings in Selwyn's application, and I think that's what it's about. You know, I think he might be carrying an injury, but I think Billy's looking after him a little bit there.
Yep.
You know, that's one thing about Slater. He's not afraid to make decisions that you go, mate. What's that all about? And they just work. He's so thorough. The one thing that does concern me, Billy Cranky Pants said the other night when he was asked, I heard him say, he said, mate, I was quite disappointed in our performance. He said, I think we can be a lot better in game two.
Okay.
So that'll be That'll be interesting. And I think I don't think he's throwing it out there.
Nah.
He legitimately means it. But we've got a good side. I like the side. I really do like the side we've picked.
Can I ask you this, Matthew, without naming names, and I have named names yesterday to the great antagonising of our man Brian Fletcher. I'm paid to say what I think.
Joel, let it go. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not.
You're really worried about this.
No, something controversial. Daily Mail's poised.
I'm asking Matthew, of the 17, I'm not being specific, how many of the 17 would be in the Matty Johns 17?
I'll need it, mate. I haven't got the team sheet with me. Look, okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, you run through the side. I'll say yes, no, maybe.
No, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm just saying.
No, that's all right.
Okay, Brian, go on.
Okay, Edwards.
Yes.
To'o.
Yes.
Lomax.
Maybe.
Ooh.
A bit worried about the defensive application.
I know the answer to these two, so I'm not even going to bother at the centres.
Yeah, well, then just go on with it. Yep.
Yep.
Just ask the ones that have conjecture.
No, we're doing the whole thing. Luai.
Crichton Latrell, definitely in.
Luai.
Yeah, I thought Cody was a little unlucky, but he's been impressive, Jerome.
Okay. Moses.
Yep.
Trbojevic.
Definitely.
Robson.
Maybe. Okay. There was a thought for Coruscant, but look, I'm not against it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Haas.
Yes.
Brian, don't be stupid.
Well, I know. And then we go Crichton.
Yeah. Don't be
Yes.
stupid. Just ask him the conjecture.
Definitely.
All right.
And Cam Murray, yes.
Yes. I suppose. I'll just say it. Sugar. I'm going to say the names because you said them yesterday. He didn't have Jake or Connor Watson in his or Luai. No, sorry, he did have Luai. He wanted Luai at 7. He wanted Luai at 7, and he wanted Burton at 6.
I think Luai's been our best performed New South Wales halfback. And my other thing was, Matthew, if we got stuck, if we had Burton on the bench, on the Judith bench,
Yep.
Luai can play 9. Yeah. That's my Ivan Cleary. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably like the side as it is now more than yours, Joel. That's okay.
I do like this.
You know
okay.
what? It's all
That's okay.
we're all theorising. We're all theorising.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I think is a really important one going into this game? One thing I like about Mitchell does play. He plays straight.
Yes.
That will help our outside men. The great thing is if you Mitch Moses and you Jerome, I think the simpler you play, the better. Do a little bit less and feed your centres early. Like Crichton and Latrell Mitchell, that centre combination. Like I look at that centre combination, and that gives me so much belief that we're going to win the football game. I don't know, like just have a look. Like if you have a look at the side, like that matchup on our right hand side of the field, Stephen Crichton versus Hamiso will just be one for the ages. It's a prime time matchup. Hamiso, who at the moment is the best attacking player in the comp, in my opinion, he's doing, against the bloke who is the best defensive centre I've ever seen. That'll be terrific.
Hey, Matty, going to let
and
you
on
go.
the other side too, I like the fact on the other side too, Valdust up against Latrell, because I think Latrell can get him. I think he can get him with his size and power.
So do I. And you know the other thing. Now I'm putting my forwards hat on.
Yep.
When you're playing and it's tackle 4, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh gosh, we've got to tackle these fullbacks and these wingers." At least now we're going to have a kick because Mitchell Moses can kick it a long way.
Yeah, we've got the kick and we've got the back 5. There's no question.
But in game 1, they were catching the ball on their 30 and we're getting halfway in tackle 1. As a forward, you're just going, I'm never getting out of this little shit.
Brian, as Roger
Isn't it
Federer
funny?
said, he won 80% of his games, but 54% of his points, which means if we win 54% of our sets, no further questions, Your Honour.
Anyway, I'm going to go back.
Hey, Matthew, really quickly, trivia before you go. There is one person in the 8 billion people in the world who has featured in the #1 TV series of all time, Game of Thrones, and the #1 movie of all time, Avatar. Who would that be?
Brendan Cowell.
Yes.
Yeah, and where can we find him next?
Yes, the Backstage podcast with Cooper and Matty Johns.
Perfect.
Yes, he was very, very good. He's had a vast career with the acting, but, mate, he's just a rugby league zealot. And we're actually talking about Benny Mendelsohn as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like Ben Mendelsohn, who is these days a really iconic world actor, mate, he is equally as fanatical.
I didn't
He's
know
Melbourne
that.
Storm man.
You know that,
oh,
Brian?
mate.
Yeah.
I've heard him on a couple of American podcasts, and they ask him, "Hey man, that Aussie rules football," and he's a Melbourneite. He just goes, "Yeah, I'm not really into AFL. I'm more of a rugby league man." Melbourne Storm.
If we're going to speak about Hollywood stars, Dominic Purcell of Prison
you keep
Break.
talking out, Brian.
No.
I'm sick of it. Mate,
our man.
Matthew talks about Cowell and he gets him on. You've done ducking about Purcell.
He won't come on because he doesn't want Matt Burton in the team, and you're just going on about it.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll come on."
Matty will
but
get him
Joel
on.
can't. Joel
Matty,
can't
can
bring
you
him.
please get Dominic Purcell on the backstage?
Was he the fella at Vegas, Fletch?
No.
We run into?
No. Dominic Purcell.
What was the
he's
it?
married
Prison
now,
Break?
He's now married to Billy Ray Cyrus's ex-wife.
Yeah, right.
Aussie.
Gee, small world.
He's a Panther. Yeah, I know. He's a Panther man.
Is he?
Loves the Panthers.
Wow.
Aussie.
Because there was a famous actor who said it, an Aussie actor who we were talking to in Vegas. Remember as we were about to hop in the cars and head to the airport?
Who was the show ad, Brian? Who was the show
I
actor?
think who he was. I'm trying to think who he was, Fletch.
You keep talking up Dom Purcell, but
Yeah.
you don't come good.
But we don't want him on the show.
Brian, Matty does.
No.
He
on
talks
this
them
show.
up and they come straight on the backstage.
Straight to the backstage.
Oh, we can go to backstage. Yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah,
Or you
of
want
course
him on
he'll
this
do
show?
that.
Or you want him on this stage?
No, I want him on any stage. I just want him to. I just
Mate.
want to know that you know him.
Well, I got Kamal on.
Oh, okay.
Mate, I tell you who's a smashing bloke. I ran into him yesterday, and I'd never met him before. Brian Goorjian.
Oh,
yeah.
gorgeous,
What?
Goorjian.
Mate, fellas, you got to get him on.
I think we have.
Mate,
he was kite surfing one day because it was really windy, and we had him on the.
Oh, did you? Right.
Oh, he was funny. Yeah, good fella, mate.
We were talking yesterday about about the Boomers and their chances and everything, mate. I love a coach. I love a person who just like their sport that they follow or coach is just a major part of them.
Yeah.
Like like it just makes up who they are, and that's what he's like.
Yeah.
I just asked him a question about the team, and mate, he loves it.
Synonymous.
His whole career, right? His whole coaching career, which has been from the early '80s, he's at 70%.
Oh,
Coached in China, everywhere, 70%.
thoughts, Brian?
Very impressive.
Yeah.
See,
Very, very
I'd be happy with 65.
Anyway,
66.
what's your man, Dom Purcell?
64.
Dominic Purcell.
He's not coming on this
Yeah,
show. Listener, he's not coming on this show ever because
he
Brian
will.
doesn't know him. But Matthew Johns will have him on very shortly on the podcast, which is
Backstage.
called The Backstage, because he has pull. You have nothing, Brian. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Good on you.
Where is this coming from?
See you, boys. See you, sweet Keith.
Righto.
See, Keithy. Keithy's under the table.
Carnival. 1300 01 1170.